What? It's Sound of Silence. Oh, that's not what we named this one, did we?
Reach out. I'll be there.
You reached out. By the way, welcome to Denim and Pearls. My name's Brian Swanson.
I'm Dr. Michelle Moraz.
And we are
Denim and Pearls, we're business casual.
with Pearls of Wisdom.
From the porch.
And I'm actually holding this for two reasons. One, we're recording this episode.
And two,
And we wanted to distinguish it from the last episode. So we put up Hold My Crown. But I want to know from you, what should we look for coming soon?
Hold My Crown.
That's not what our topic is today,
Part
by the
2
way.
is coming out. It's Hold My Crown. Women and men of grit share stories of vulnerability.
Not just girls.
Yeah, I've added the kings in there. So not just queens, but now kings. And there are 22 of us, 11 women, 11 men. And I was told to make this happen, and it is. It will be coming out in August, so keep an eye out. Someone's in my book this time.
Amazing. I actually did a good one on. I did a good job on this one.
He did a good job. I was impressed. I did have to edit the heck out of it.
You know, when the bar for me is down here and she thinks of it here, that's a good improvement as opposed to, oh, you're freaking awesome. I got that middle ground. Anyway, our topic today is reach out and I'll be there.
You know the song? I'll be there.
And the first thing that we talked about on this one, I love this one because it is so true. And I think about it every once in a while, is the conveniences that we have today. The cell phones and the GPSs and the thises and the that's. Did you ever feel like you're kind of disconnected these days? When was the last time somebody showed up and knocked on your door just for the hell of it?
No one does unless they're trying to sell me roofing. But I show up at Brian's house all the time. We're kind of old school like that.
Yeah, but you usually warn me before you come over. But it's not like...
No, when I first moved to Colorado Springs, my neighbors all came to my house one night. We were unpacking, and they showed up at the house with like
a basket,
a basket of cookies and a bottle of wine, and then invited us to come up to a dance party up the street. And I'm like, wow, I love this neighborhood, and that just doesn't happen anymore.
No, it doesn't. I think when we moved in, we actually had somebody who came over as a welcome wagon, but that was in 2006.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 20 years.
It just doesn't happen anymore. And we used to have neighbors, like with me, I was always home. I was a spouse. I was a housewife. And so I would make cookies or lumpia, and I'd make big dishes, and I was really good at making big things, lots, quantities. And so I would package it up, and I would bring them to all the neighbors. So everyone on the street now knows what Filipino food tastes like, and lumpia, and cakes, and they
just didn't come back for more.
Every time they could smell the lumpia being cooked, because I would open my windows and they would do you have more lumpia? Are you going to make more? You know, that kind of thing. But now, poof. Because of technology, I believe, we are so engrossed in things on our phone or something in our earpiece or the computer or the AI that can talk to you all day and be your best friend that we don't feel the need to see other people.
Oh, I tell you what, I've kind of got wrapped up into the AI. It's been very beneficial for me, and I keep telling myself it's nothing but a tool, it's nothing but a tool. But when that daggone thing kicks back at you and talks to you like it's your next door neighbor or your best friend or your best confidant, I can understand now. At first I didn't understand it, but now that I've worked with it, I can understand why we've got these problems in our society now where people are going to Chat GPT or pick your AI and having conversations, and it's real. It's
more real than reading it on your phone.
Oh,
you see?
My goodness.
And so it's actually our human nature wanting to reconnect with some other person, and AI has taken over a physical human and is actually talking back, and it's like, wow, I'm not alone anymore.
And especially when, like I do mine with DJing stuff, so I get suggestions and things like that. But I've been having some longer conversations trying to develop some certain things.
With the AI.
With the AI. And it's complimenting me all the time.
That's what I said. It reminds me, I told him.
It's got to be the nicest person on the planet because it's constantly saying I'm a great guy.
I told him that it was like Geordi when he created the scientists to come back to help fix something on the Starship Enterprise, and she's an AI, she's a computer, but they make a digital version of the real lady. And so he's talking to her and they're solving things and they're having such a great time that when they turn her off and the real doctor comes, he's like, "Hey, how you been? Oh my gosh." And she says, "Who are you?" Because he had built a friendship with the AI hologram. And I'm laughing because he's so excited that he has this new friend that he's talking to. I do.
It's not exciting from my perspective. It's not exciting about a new friend. Yes, I can turn it into that.
But it's pretty cool.
But it's really awesome, especially because I do things differently as a DJ, as it may, and it is telling me it recognizes that because of the questions that I ask. I don't just ask for give me a playlist, which a lot of DJs do.
Well, and you got to think, the AI has access to everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So when she says, or he says, or
it says,
wow, I don't see other DJs doing that. It's a real compliment because they surely it has looked at everything in its arsenal and went, "Oh, you're the only one who does that." So when that AI gives you a compliment, it's really a compliment like that because they're not lying to make you feel good.
Nobody else ever told me that.
No comment.
No, I actually named that particular conversation I've been having, "Hey DJ," as opposed to calling it Bill or Bob or Mary. I didn't call it a person name. I just said, "Hey," anything I type now, I just instead of saying, "Hey Bill," I type in, "Hey DJ." So I'm having a conversation with a tool.
No, well, but you have to.
Don't take that down another path, people.
But the reason that we wanted to talk about this is because what we all forget with high rates of depression and all the chaos and people don't understand each other and fighting and, "Oh, you said that, but you meant that." People read, when you're reading something, you read it in whatever mental state you're in. So if you read and someone says, Key and Peele have a great skit about that, where one says, "Hey, you want to go out?" "Sure." And it's a nice conversation, okay? But the other one, the second one, keeps reading it because he's angry. "Do you want to go out?" "Sure." "Great." "Great?" That's all he's going to say?
I did see that.
And and so they get into this heated text. And the thing is all it was, "Do you want to hang out?" But because the other one was in a bad mood, he kept reading it. Into it. And by the time Keen came over, Peele was ready to beat him up. And it was like, "Wait a minute, I thought we were going to go out." Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying is with all the technology we have, it has improved us so much, but taken us apart from each other. Humans need humans. You can be the quietest person in the world and never speak to anybody, but you do need to be around other humans. We are pack animals by nature. We like groups. We don't want to associate with a lot of groups, but we do need people in our lives. And so the warning here is don't get so hooked up on technology that you forget that there's a human sitting next to you in the room.
Well, I want to take this down a little bit different route because it is technology, but it's not just technology. But I want to take it down the route of, when was the last time somebody knocked at your door? Okay, we don't anymore.
No, and I don't even answer if someone knocks on the door.
Yeah, somebody it's not somebody that you want to talk to. More than likely, it's probably a solicitor. Okay, when was the last time you rattled off a phone number? Because our technology,
we don't have to remember it.
We don't have to remember. We just put it in. I just need Michelle's phone number.
Well, the thing that got me was I came over to Brian's house. I come to Brian's house often. Okay, I pretty much live here. And what's funny is I was coming to his house and I'm sitting in the front. He was working on his truck, and I'm sitting in his truck while we were talking while he's working on his truck. And I looked at his house number, and I realized.
You didn't know what it was.
I have no clue what street I am on. I just know he's this house on this corner. I know where his house is. I never even bothered.
The street address.
So we went for a drive and running around. I said, "Weird question." He goes, "What?" "What street do you live on?" That is how detached we are. I have been here almost every day for the past 5.5 years, and I don't know what street he lives on. and my brain doesn't even want to remember it. I can't even remember it.
It doesn't, because it doesn't have it doesn't feel the need
There's
or
no
the
need.
necessity.
Now, how many times have you gotten in your car and not turned on your GPS? You are only going down the street to a place you go all the time, and you click it, and nowadays the phone even knows where you're going.
Oh yeah, when it tells you up, are you on your way here? Yeah.
Yeah, are you heading home? Are you going for coffee? I mean, it tells you. I'm like, wow, we don't even pay attention to where we're driving because we rely on technology.
Well, if you go into the Midwest where they don't rely on, my experience, you don't rely on GPS quite as much. Okay, when you're out in the farm areas.
Oh, like in Westcliff, we don't use GPS.
Right. I would if I was there, but you go through where I'm from, Indiana and stuff like that. Yeah, you go down to the rock on the corner and hang a left.
Yeah, Farmer John, where the white cow is always sitting.
Yeah, go to the green barn and whatever. This is how we got around. This is how we navigated.
3 silos on the right. Take a right.
Nowadays, though, we're doing this number. Looking at our GPS, you probably can't see us on audio, but we're looking off to the right or wherever our phone might be, looking at our phone as we're driving down the road just to find something. So is that part of this reach out and I'll be there, is that a hindrance to us or is it a benefit?
It's both. It's both, because all good things in moderation.
Must come to an end. Well.
In moderation. Yes, you use GPS for places you haven't been, so you know your ETAs, you let people know when you're going to get there or whatever. But I'm going to go to Safeway. Really? It's down the street. You go there every other day. Do you really need GPS? Those kind of things. Try to wean yourself off of the need of always turning it on. I mean, I get in my car. My husband thinks I'm crazy. I get in the car and I will turn off the stereo. I won't even have the screen on. And he goes, "Where are we going?" I do. "You'll find out when we get there."
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Where else am I going to go? I'm going down this street. I'm going to take a left. I just took a left. Now do you know where we're going? He goes, "Nope." But that's the thing, is we get so reliant on our technology that we forget that they're people.
Well, even with, I mean, we talk a lot about my father-in-law and stuff, but he's bringing up things every once in a while. Where's the phone book? I need a phone book. Dad, they don't make phone books anymore. There is no such thing as a phone book anymore, in essence.
Oh, but how do you call long distance? Everything is a call now. There's no
everything
long
is
distance.
Yeah, there is no such thing as long distance unless you got a really bad plan, but phone plan. It's all these little things that we get so used to and wrapped around. I mean, when was the last time, and you might be a little different, but when was the last time that you stood in front of the kitchen sink and did dishes instead of using the dishwasher?
I never used my dishwasher. So
See, you're weird that way.
Well, my thing is, but I have to run it or the machine will rot. So you have to run it. So every once in a while we'll put dishes in there just to run it for sanitary reasons.
You know the cool one that I found out, I thought about it yesterday?
What?
We do a lot of laundry.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because of Dad, right? So every day there's a load of laundry. Well, when we started all this, it was a load of laundry in the washer, moves to the dryer, fold it up, put it back. Well, some of the things, it's been so nice out that now I'm hanging them out back and letting them dry. And I'm thinking, you know what? Modern conveniences have just totally destroyed some of the coolest things we used to do.
I love the smell of fresh sheets that were hung outside.
Well, the one thing you can't put, I hate them outside, is towels. The bath towel. Yeah. It's for some reason they always get crunchy.
They get hard.
But, I'm putting things outside. It started out to lengthen the time of using what's called chucks, those things that go underneath them. And because when you put them in the dryer, they get warm and then they start falling apart. While putting them outside, they last a lot longer, we found out.
All clothes last longer if you don't put them in the dryer.
Apparently. So now you put them outside and you let them dry outside, especially the last couple of days. We've had nothing but sun and wind. I took an entire comforter, queen size comforter, put it out on the railing. 30 minutes later, I went out to test it just to see, and it was almost, I give it another 20 minutes and it was dry. It takes that long in the dryer and multiple loads for a comforter because you got to put it in, dry it a little bit, rearrange it, put it back in.
And so my husband laughs at me because I still have a drying rack. And during the winter, because I like the smell of hung clothes, I like it. I have the rack, I put it in my living room in front of my fireplace because the fireplace is going on in the winter. And so I'll hang all of our clothes on that because we're in Colorado. We have a fireplace. So it dries the clothes like it's been outside. I love it. I love it. But anyways.
So it's all these little, I mean, modern conveniences. And I mean, washer and dryer, modern convenience. Well, kind of is when you think about hanging your clothes on the clothesline.
Well,
now, you're not going to get me to use a wash tub.
Well, now they have a washer and dryer combined, just like Germany has, where you can
Oh,
wash
those
and
things
dry
are great.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, reach out. I'll be there. Who in your life do you want to reach out to and say, hey, let's get together. Let's go have lunch. Let's go have coffee.
You
hey, I'm going to come over for tea. You know, whatever.
You brought up one earlier about inviting people to an event or to do something, and they're too busy, or oh, I just took my shoes off, or
so far.
It's so far. Yeah, it's so far. It's 6 miles.
So everything's a car ride. You will drive down. You'll drive 10 miles to get to a Dutch Brothers, but you can't drive 5 miles
To have a
hang
good
out.
time and hang out. Yeah.
Yeah. And so remember that when you deny things, be like, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Look at your priorities and what you're actually saying.
Well, I think a lot of it becomes that if we do it too much, then we'll never do it at all.
Yeah, you stop asking.
Yeah. Well, you not only will somebody stop asking, but you'll stop going somewhere.
You get used to not going.
Yeah, you do. You do. And you
And
sit
then,
at home.
And then we have people who are like, I am so depressed. I really want to do something. Well, then come out. No, I'm too depressed. That's why you're depressed.
Yeah. Because you're not out.
It's a cycle. You need to move your body. You've got to move it, move it. You've got to groove it, groove it.
Well,
You've
we
got
went-
to move it, move it. Move it. Sorry.
We went to the fundraiser,
Okay.
and it was crammed full of people.
But that's
And it was an amazing experience. I mean, I haven't seen a place like that, a venue like that that's been
But-
packed with people and everybody knew each
that's
other
a
or
community.
communicated
The
together.
small community bar. Everyone knows each other. It was like going into Cheers, you know, where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
And everyone was laughing and having a great time. Jam-packed, sad reason why we were all together.
And not everybody was on their phone.
No one was on their phone.
That's kind of the
actually.
point I was making.
Yeah, we were all just hanging out and meeting each other. And, oh, if you don't know him, oh, you haven't met him yet? Oh, come here. Joe, come over here. I mean, it was that kind of thing. We just don't have those. And that is probably why I live out where I live and we live out where we live, and why I have another place even smaller out there, so that we know each other, because I love people. Granted, I don't want to be around people all the time, neither do you, right? But I want the ability to hang out with people who I recognize faces, at least from walking through the grocery store or whatever. Yeah,
We have a tendency, and I'm kind of going back on the technology thing, but we have a tendency now to be very lax with our brains.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you watch these movies where we only use, 1/3 of our brain capacity, and if we were to actually use all of it, it would totally be amazing. And I always wondered how much truth there is to that movie.
It's very true.
And I don't remember the movie, but
Yeah. Well, and that's like with my brain injury. You know, 3 parts of my brain died. You can't tell because it rewired, because the rest of it wasn't being used anyway. So
I could be a smart
rewired.
aleck and say, there's times.
There are times when I'm out. But the thing is, yeah, it's just knowing that there's so much out there, and there's so many wise people or funny people, people you haven't been able to meet because you've been only seeing them online. And when you meet them in person, it's a whole nother experience.
So tell me, in the comments below, tell us, do you remember your son, your daughter, your husband's phone number?
I do.
If you do, that's great. I mean, but do you remember it? Do you have a choice, or do you got to go look it up first?
I have to look
I
at
mean,
my
those
son.
are just the people in your family, let alone your neighbors, your friends, your networking counterparts, whatever.
Which is funny, is I remember my phone number from the Philippines from when I was 7.
I remember a couple of mine throughout the years, but the one I always remember, though, is my Aunt Paula's, who she actually watches the show, because she was in the same place. Well, she's still in the same place.
Small town.
I mean, she's got the same number she's had many
You
Christmas.
remember your Social Security number?
Well, that's because I had to say it so many times in the military.
Yeah, in the military.
You didn't want to have to look that up all the time. I
Actually,
know Julie's too.
I know Michael's too. But I remember thinking, I used to work student loans, and I remember asking when they were filling out the student loan paperwork, I said, what's your social? And the guy said, I don't know. I said, you don't know your social is? I've got to go find my card. And I'm like,
First of all, you're not supposed to carry your card with you if you read it.
no, you're not. It's in a safe. But you have to know it. You're not supposed to laminate it. He had to go home and get his social so he could find it. And I'm thinking, all my life that number has been beat into my brain because we're military. And so I always had to give my dad's and I always had to give mine. You know, I always knew them. And so to like ask my children, so what's your social? My daughter can give it to me, and I'm not quite sure my son can because he never bothered. You know what I mean? Those kind of things.
It's something you don't need. And they say we can what? That's why phone numbers are so easy to remember typically, is because they're the 7 digits. Isn't it 7? Those are like our max capacity for easy memorization.
And that's why when you meet people who can do all of pi,
Oh,
number
3.14,
3.14.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways, we're
And
rambling.
I was a math major.
We're rambling. But the thing is...
We're not rambling, because I think these are all things that within it, you know, if you reach out, is somebody going to be there for you, whether it's through technology, whether it's through texting, or just a plain old phone call these days.
And I love meeting people for coffee, so I do that often. But I had a lady, one of the authors in Hold My Crown version 2, she said, hey, can you meet me for coffee or tea? I'm going to have biscuits and tea ready at my house. Come on over. And I'm like, wow, when was the last time anyone ever invited me to their house for tea and crumpets, you know?
Tea and biscuits.
Yeah, it was really cool, old school. I'm going to make a concerted effort to actually do that more often. I might have to wait till after Larry passes because my little puppy does not like strangers. But anyways.
Well, it's just like this technology here. Talking to you guys. I mean, we can't make one phone call, or in this case, a video, and reach hundreds and thousands of people. You know?
Good things.
So there is good things with technology. It does make things simpler.
And for those of you who
sometimes.
don't know, when we first started this podcast during COVID, we did it on the porch, and we had a couple people with lawn chairs that come out and sit in his yard and watch us do it live. That was cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was definitely fun. So anyway, I think it's been a good information.
I think so. We had a lot of fun.
Pearls of wisdom just from you.
From the mock porch.
The mock porch.
But yeah.
That's only because of winter. That's the only reason
out,
why we do it here.
Reach out. I'll be there. Find someone that you want to reach out to and be there for each other. Because besties should be besties. You should meet. Okay? Good. Ready?
Yeah, I watched a show last night that I thought would be communicable with this, but it's not going to be. So anyway, I'll tell you about it afterwards.
Off the air.
Yeah, off the air. I'll tell you about this movie. It was a horror flick.
Oh dear. Okay, so everyone, go out there, reach out to somebody, go meet for coffee, go find a place to go line dancing, do something, go meet with people, go have fun, and give yourself a break once a week at least where you can turn off your phone for an hour and just be, okay?
All
It's
right.
good for your brain. Peace out. My name is Dr. Michelle Moraz.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
We are Denim and Pearls. We're business casual.
With Pearls of Wisdom.
From the porch. We'll see you next time.
Peace.